Well, hello and welcome back to Durban Garden City. Since we last spoke, I think that was about 3 weeks ago, so I could be into week 6 now. You'll remember that I took down the old layout, the 2 helix, and I set about making a new layout, sorry. This is all off the cuff, so you have to run with me. Set about making a new layout, roughly based on the Hornby magazine Topley Dale layout. And you can see I've been quite busy. Now, ignore the foam and the backdrop, that's not really going to be there. In fact, as you can see, it's torn and everything. That's the old one, and it got a bit, I don't know how it got wet, but it did, and it all came off. So, but where we are at the moment, we'll talk about where I'm at. This will be the corner part of the layout where the station will go. Theirs runs round into a little valley like that. I think theirs is a bit shallower than mine, but I've opted for a nice deep valley, and you can see by the foam there that I will eventually build that up into some sort of landscape, and I will be putting in a little canal at the bottom there. I always intended there to be a canal on the other layout, and this layout will have the same. The reason for that is my late mother, who passed away quite a long time ago now, about 1990, she was a model builder as well, and she made this lovely little canal barge out of balsa from the kits, like we still get today, and I've kept it quite safe all these years, and I intend to put it on my layout. Just a nice little touch, something sentimental, but that will be the canal down there that it will sit upon. On the Topley Dale layout, they have a nice big mountain here with 2 tracks running round. As you can see, that may or may not be the actual tunnel portal, but it's the one I'm using. And that comes out then over this track work. There's a double cross there. There is 2 lines here which will go across that section there and over this kind of little valley here, if you like, call it what you will, this void, which will go on to 2 tracks over here and into another mountainside. Well, getting back to that, you can see that all my fiddle yard, well, with the cork underneath, that is already done. Those points are working, they're probably functional, this track is live and works correctly. I've got it as straight as I can, and it's looking rather good. In the corner here, all I've done here at the moment is just laid the track to make sure it fits, to get an idea so I know where to fit the point motors. Now there are some code 100 points in here with these curved ones. Now because it's part of the fiddle yard, it won't matter. I've put the little adapters that they have there on them. And of course there's no cork at the minute because this is not fixed. But what will happen is obviously I'm able to take that all up, drill out the holes, insert the point motors, which are hiding in this box. There they are, look. And hopefully that will be that done. This little portal here just briefly shows one of the tunnels, and the other one will be over here, similar to Topley Dale. Now, this board obviously goes round, as you'd imagine, into what is the opposite corner to the one of the station, and then it goes down the straight back towards where we started. Alright, and I hope that shows pretty much everything. Now, the track is kind of loose at the moment, although the curves are quite good over there. I have run out of Pico 75 track. I'm not going to use all these bits and make it up, but what I will do is get some concrete sleeper track and put it over the back where we've just been, and then I'll do the rest of this in nice lengths so I get some lovely sweeping bends. At the moment it's only just kind of showing the 2 main lines with a passing loop there. I don't know if you get the idea, but you can see that it goes through the points here. That passing loop carries on down the 2 main lines and then rejoins to a head shunt, which will be in the station. There'll also be the branch line and these lines here up to the head shunt, and these will come into the goods yard or stockyard. A different thing I'm doing to Topley Dale is that I'm going to continue these points, which will eventually go off the board here. And as you can see down here, I've got my jig for my ADM turntable. Once all this is done, I mean like scenic and gravelled or ballasted is the correct terminology. Once I've got that done, I'm putting another 2-foot board by 4-foot board in here, and the turntable, some roundhouse sheds, and maybe a couple of sidings and buildings will make for the yard for the turntable. So, well, basically, you can see now that I am hemmed in. The board goes all the way round across there. Obviously, there's lots of little bits and pieces all over the place at the minute. Round the corner there, again, if you're not sure what this is going to look like and you want to get ahead of the game, go on the Hornby magazine, go on Topley Dale, look at their layout. I'm going to be aiming as close as I can to that. I think one of the reasons I'm doing that, if I'm being honest with you, is I know it works. It's a safe bet that this track, as long as I lay it properly, the bends and everything, the track work, I've seen it working. I shouldn't have any real issues with it. All right. What else can I say? Look at that for a box of code 100 track. And what a shame, mate, because all this, as you can see, is pretty good. Well, it's very good. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I've also got some dropper wires on there. There is a load of track there. I'm going to be selling this. Now, I don't know what it's worth. Well, I probably could tell you if I wanted to go through it all, but I'd scare myself to death. I don't know whether to sell it on eBay or whether any one of you out there knows anyone who would want it. It's only been a helix. It will have track pin marks in it, and the bits that have been, what's the word? You know, they've got dropper wires on. Yes, there's a little blob of solder either side. You can either take that off or you can use it with the dropper wire. But those are up for sale if anyone wants to make me a reasonable offer. I don't know if I can post it because it will weigh a ton. I mean, there is a lot of track, hell of a lot of track in there. So let me know. However, these lots are going on eBay today, and these are in amazing condition. There's nothing wrong with these at all. They're all code 100 at various points, but mainly those curved points, all still with the clicks on them. Okay, and these are code 75 crossovers. I've got one in here somewhere that I'll be using. These two are lightly weathered. They should be on eBay tonight. If you get to see this video today, you can have a look. If you're watching this video in 6 months' time, they will have sold. So I don't normally use this as an advertising angle for me track, but as I've got a very small following and I'm not looking to hurt anyone with it, it'll go for a reasonable price. You can get a sort of bargain if you want. So there we are. This is where I'm at. This is the new layout. I'm very pleased with where it's going. Yes, it's slow, it's steady, but I'm determined to make a good job of it. This is all me. You must have seen these. These are Megapoints computers because I'm using them for certain point work in here, particularly the double slip. The rest of it is in Cobalt IP motors. Just showing that track work again. I don't know if any of you agree, but I've done a reasonable job of that. And that's it. That's where we are. So can't wait to see. I don't know if any of you got this, but I can't wait to see that little baby on there. That's the rocket. It's already been chipped. And behind that, there's me dapole mallard eagerly waiting. That's a terrible shot, actually. I can't seem to get the reflection out. Found myself at dapole water tower the other day in the shop. And yeah, basically that's where we are. Sat inside that box is my APTE. It It'd be interesting to see if this track will work for that. I think it went on Topley Dale, so it should go on here. And obviously there's an assortment of things in there eagerly awaiting to go on. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I can tell you. Like and share. Let me know if there's any interest in that track. I say there is a lot. There's got to be probably £200 to £300 of a track in there. And it's not damaged, it's not kinked. I know it's all laid in there. But if you know anyone who wants it, let me know. I mean, make it reasonable offer, and a tenner's not quite reasonable. But anyway, so I'm going to make it short and go. All right? Bye for now.